Alright, what's up guys? It's Carnivore Christian here. I know it's been a long time since I've been on here, but I missed you guys. Just been in my winter arc right now, so just working on me and refining Carnivore and trying to find other things to help you guys out. So today I wanted to talk about losing weight and getting shredded on Carnivore. So a lot of you guys may just hop on Carnivore straight from like a processed food diet or a diet high in carbohydrates and fat, and you're just gonna lose weight like immediately. For the case of me, that didn't happen with me because I actually was in I didn't track calories or anything like that growing up, but I was very lean, consistently under 10% body fat. Now looking back at pictures, and just I was a very lean guy, had a very high metabolism, and so I didn't really have to track calories and stuff. So when I hopped on the carnivore diet and everybody was talking about tracking calories, this, and that you need to eat more and stuff. All right. Okay, so here's what you need to do. Because when I looked at that, a lot of that information was helpful a little bit, but it ended up kind of deterring my goals in the end. So my goal right now is to get to 8% body fat, which is any movie star that you see or any celebrity, they're usually for a photo shoot or whatever, they're at that. So if that's your goal, to get just shredded, and that's my goal. So I'll tell you how to do that. So basically, what you want to do is go on the internet and look up TDEE. So that's your total energy expenditure daily, so per day. And so you type in your weight, you type in your height basically, and that gives you your overall kind of calories that you need to hit for maintenance. Okay, and so then you take that number, and then if you want to do a relatively small deficit, which I'd recommend at the start, just subtract that from that number about 300, and so by that you'll be losing about a pound, I believe, a half or a pound of fat per week. So then that's really how you lose weight, guys. It's just being in a calorie deficit. I know it sounds crazy, and there's caveats to it because you really have to find stuff that works for you. Okay, so now I want to get into what works for me on my calorie deficit, because when I first started this, I would shred down really quickly, but then I'd gain all that weight back, and so it wasn't sustainable. It wasn't working for me. I could never accomplish my goals, although I was still sticking to carnivore, which is amazing enough, right? So but if your goals are to get shredded, don't listen to the people on the internet who say to eat more. Okay, you just need to calculate how much you need to eat, and then if you want to lose more weight than that, then you just subtract that with your deficit. Okay, so when it gets to higher deficits, moderate deficits, 500 calories, that's where I would say my tips that I just found out, these are really going to help you, because I figured out that you need to keep your protein high. I need about 200 grams of protein, which is crazy, that I didn't know. So it's about 1 pound per body weight. So I need about 200 grams. And so when I've done that, because all of these carnivores say to keep your fat high and stuff, and that's great if you just want good health, and if you're coming off the processed foods diet, you're gonna lose weight. But if you're wanting the goal to get shredded and this elite level of discipline, then that's not really gonna work for you. And keeping that protein high has really helped for me to stay full and have a lot more energy, so that I can go hit the gym and get my steps in. So that's my first thing that I would recommend, is keep your protein high. Basically calculate how much that would be. You can just go on the internet and easily do that. For me, it's 200 grams. Okay, so keep your protein high. All right, Now the next step is do 10,000 steps per day. Do that. Okay, guys, like when I first started, I tried to do like 20,000, 30,000, like fucking crazy numbers, like 14,000. No, just keep it simple. Like 10,000 is enough, and that's gonna burn around more like 470 calories. So here's the good thing. If you're putting in 10,000 steps per day and you're eating at maintenance, which is actually a lot of food, like for carnivore, you're already in a deficit. You're already in a deficit and you're killing it. And like that weight will just shred down like easily, like in a couple weeks, like months, like, and then it's just gonna become like clockwork, basically. So like, yeah, you're gonna hit plateaus, and those have happened to me too, but like if you're just sticking on your deficit, like just try and ignore the weight, like put the scale away. Like for me, I hyper focus on the weight, so then I don't want to do my deficit anymore. So like put the scale away, like seriously, put it downstairs or something, and then just do your work, do your 10,000 steps per day, and then get your high protein, hit your protein goals, and like you're going to be well on your way to shredding down. And like if you're at like 15%, it's gonna be easy. Like shredding down that, it's gonna be easy, especially on carnivore. So those are my recommendations. Okay, and then on top of it, when you're doing like 10,000 steps per day and you're doing like a 500 calorie deficit, which is what I'm in now, which like now you're in a 1,000 calorie deficit, which like that fat is gonna come off like crazy. Like it's gonna come off crazy. Okay, so here's the thing about 1,000 calorie deficits though. You don't want to be in that for them for too long. So like I'm doing about 1,000 calorie deficits for like 2 weeks max, and then I'm gonna go down to like, then I'm gonna increase my calories up to 500 calorie, just 500 calorie deficit. So like, I hope these recommendations like really help you guys, and if you need any more help, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, good luck on your journey. Those are just 2 things that I would keep in mind that have really helped me. So if you want more detailed videos, just reach out to me and ask me personally. I'm happy to give advice or tips or anything like that. But I'll see you guys later. Peace.